Boss, honestly, uh, you know, not working is it's like taking a fish out of water. You know how that fish goes all mad, struggling for breath, and then you put that fish back in the water.
So how excited she
And that,
is.
yeah,
So you're that excited fish right now.
I'm that excited fish right now.
Akshay, we are going to have a really a frank chat with you today.
Sure.
And I'm not flattering you to make you comfortable. You are one of the finest we have.
No,
Kareena Kapoor has said this, but I'm not repeating her statement. You are one of the finest. Now, the question which everybody really wants to know at the beginning of this whole chat which we are having with you, SpotboyE is having with you, is where have you been? Where have you really been?
I had a few personal things which did not allow me to work for a while, which I had to take care of. After that, it took me a lot of time to find something that I really wanted to do. I'm not someone who can work for the sake of working. I need to be really, how would you say, not sure is not the right word, but I need to be really excited about what I'm doing. And it took me a lot of time to finally get a couple of scripts which I liked and which I'm doing right now. So that was it really. It's just some stuff I had to take care of. And then, once you stay away for a while, it does take a little time to get back. I mean, it must be different for different actors, I'm sure, but for me, it took an unusually long time. Find something that I really wanted to do, and now I'm back.
So
back to
where,
work.
and where are you staying? There's also a mystery. People say you stay in town. Some people say you shifted to Alibag for a long time.
No. I've never
The
ever.
farmhouse.
I've never ever shifted anywhere outside Bombay ever. I've always been very much here. Yeah, on the weekends sometimes I go there to Alibag. I love it. It's so many people have places outside the second homes. So I that's my second home, and I love going there. So on the weekends I go, but I've never shifted outside Bombay ever. I'm very much here.
Okay. So again, where were you exactly when this offer Dishoom?
Dishoom, I was here in Bombay.
Yeah, and what were you doing? What happened? How did
No,
you
I got a
take it?
call from a friend of mine saying that this is the project and Rohit would like to meet you. I said, yeah, sure. He came and he just gave me a brief, and he said, here's the script, read it. But the brief itself, just the one line of the film was so interesting, and also, Vicky, I wanted to do something that I wanted to start slowly. I didn't want to do a full-fledged, role. I wanted to do something small, not compromising on the role or the film or the quality or anything, but just I wanted to do, start slowly. Sometimes, at least I feel that, especially with acting, it's not that you have to do it all the time to be in top form, but you might. I was not sure whether I was rusty. Having not worked for 3 years, I was not sure whether I would be a little rusty as an actor. So I just wanted to start first few films with good roles, solid roles, but slowly, like smaller roles, like what I'm doing in Dishoom, right? I'm not playing a full-fledged hero or anything like that. In this film, I'm playing the negative role.
But you play the main villain, so I'm sure you are there all along.
Yeah, but
Almost.
Yeah. It's a superb role, and it's a great one-liner. I mean, when Rohit just told me the one line of the film, in fact, when he told me, when I narrated the one line of the film to Sajid, Sajid greenlit the project not on the script, just on the one line. Because the one line itself is so interesting that just for like a fun summer film, it was a great one-liner. And then I read the script and I loved the role, and it's a great cast. Varun, John, young, energetic. My role was great, I thought. Let's see what the audiences say.
So what was that one liner which he sold to you and
It's just a simple one-liner. 48 hours before a India-Pakistan final, a top star batsman gets kidnapped. And the film is the 48 hours till the match is supposed to start, and the like a Virat Kohli or a Suresh Raina or a Rohit Sharma, someone like that, a top batsman, a star batsman, he gets kidnapped,
goes missing.
No one knows where he is, and it's a unique one-liner. I think. I was sold on that.
Now you have played the villain. And you have played it in.
I've done negative roles before.
You have played it in Hamras also.
Yeah.
So you've done negative roles before. So how different is this? And if you compare to those times and
You know, whenever, at least the way I look at it, I mean, I've never played a villain like, say, like an Amrish Puri villain, or like a really bad guy who like rapes women, or does horrible things. When you do, at least when I what attracts me to any role, whether it's a positive role or a negative role, the character should be entertaining. Correct? I mean, so what if you're doing a negative role? It's fun to do negative roles, but it should be entertaining. Like even the ones I did in Race or Hamraz or something, they were more entertaining, if not as entertaining as the people who were playing as the actors who were playing the positive roles. You know what I'm saying? So the same with this. It is a negative role, but it's the most entertaining role within the structure of the script, which is what interests me. And it has to give you some scope to, have fun.
So 4 years, I mean, Tismar Khan, I again repeated that you were really, as I said,
Well, that was just a cameo.
You're one of the finest we have. And
no, I'm not, but it was just a cameo. It was really fun.
It was real fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
Seeing you in that setup.
It was fun.
So after that, 4 years is a pretty long time. I mean, 2010.
No.
And now 2016, 6 years.
No. I had films after that. I had Diwangi. I had one or two films after that. I think my last one released in 2012.
12. Gali Gali. Yeah.
That's true.
So after that, what exactly were you doing in this period of time? You said you were sorting out some issues. Would you like?
No, I mean, when I say they were personal issues, by definition, they're personal.
Yeah.
But I mean, see, Vicky, nobody, no matter which profession you're in, whether you're an actor or you're a journalist or you're whatever, nobody doesn't want to work.
That's right.
Everybody wants to get up in the morning and go to work.
Yeah.
It was a frustrating time. It was a difficult time. But the situation was such that I couldn't take on any work. I mean, I don't want to say anything more than that.
You didn't want to cheat the industry also and take up and then maybe not do it and then,
No, I was just not in a position to take up any work, and so I didn't. And after that time passed, I said it took me a little time to find the work that I wanted to do. And that took a bit of time.
तो इससे पहले कुछ ऐसे roles आए जो आपने मना किए?
Oh yeah, lots. But I mean, that's the nature of the beast, right? In terms of being an actor, sometimes it takes some time to find the right material.
Are you difficult to approach? I mean, that's the one word in the industry which I used to hear. I mean, in 2005, 2004, 2007. Are you difficult to approach? Do people find you, I'm sure you're not intimidating, but is it that nahi, wo shayad nahi karega, let's not approach him. Or shayad haan bolega, fir wait karayega. So are you moody? Are you...
No, I don't think, see, I can't speak for other people, but I personally don't think I'm unapproachable. Or what is the word you used?
Are you difficult to approach?
No, I don't think I'm difficult to approach at all. No, I don't think so. I mean, some other people may have that feeling, but I don't think I am personally difficult to approach at all. Everybody has my phone number. Everybody can pick up the phone and give me a call, and they do. So I don't...
you never had this PR also around you,
I'm not good at that. That's one aspect of...
the machinery around you.
I don't have any machinery. Like PR is, over the years, has become so overwhelmingly important. And I totally get it. But it's just something I'm really, really bad at. I've always been since the beginning, which is something that some people might say, and I would definitely agree, is a big negative for any actor. Or not only any actor, I would say anybody in the public domain today has to have a real good, reasonably good at least, PR machinery working
visibility
for them. Well, there are different aspects to PR, I'm sure, but generally speaking, PR is my weakest link, I would say, or weakest point or aspect. It's something that I don't enjoy at all. I don't enjoy giving interviews. Not because I have anything against the press or anything like that. It's just, I just don't like being asked questions. I don't like answering questions. I just don't like it, So it's not something that I enjoy doing. Uh, is it bad for me as an actor? Is it bad for my career? Yes, it is. Do I want to improve that side, or try and be better at it? Honestly, no. I don't have a desire. I mean, people might think it's strange, but that's just the way I am. I don't like to see myself in the press. I don't like to be talked about, seen. I don't like to see my face in the newspaper.
But even if it's a positive story, I mean, that's what PRs do.
It's like,
It's not just about interviews or.
no, I know. I don't like it. It's just, I mean, how to explain to you? Like, it's like telling a person who has a phobia for dogs. Some people have phobias, right?
Yeah.
So suppose I have a phobia for a dog. Like I'm scared of dogs. I mean, I can tell you, I can try and convince you for days that no, dogs are beautiful animals and they won't, they're so loving. But the phobia is a phobia. You can't help it. Right? I'm not saying I have a phobia. It's just the way I am.
Yeah, it's deeply entrenched in you that.
It's not, it's just, I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. It's just something I don't, it's difficult to explain.
Is it right from the beginning, or was there any experience of any story which, which led you to.
No, I don't think it's any particular story or anything like that.
Said,
it's
no, I don't want to.
No. I don't think it's any one incident or one story or anything like that.
It's from Himalaya Putra days.
Yeah, ever since, I think, as far back as I can remember. But it's not something that, it's not a negative thing.
Yeah.
Like I tried to give you an analogy of a phobia.
Yeah.
A phobia is a phobia.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. Somebody's scared of heights, he's scared of heights.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, there's no personal agenda. I know what you mean.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like some people, not only actors, I mean, even normal people in society, they love to be in the press, they love to be talked about, they love to be written about, which is perfectly good thing. It's a perfectly normal, natural thing.
Yeah.
And the opposite is also perfectly natural.
On social media, they are rampant as well.
Yeah. I mean, people, today in the age of Twitter and, social media, as you say, everybody's giving their views and talking and, how do you say?
Didn't that tempt you? There you don't need a PR. वो तो आपको खुद ही करना है.
But I've got nothing to say. I really don't have anything to say. I mean, I love following other people on Twitter. I love the platform. I think it's unbelievable. It's just amazing. But I don't want to have a personal Twitter account. I don't want that because I wouldn't even know what to post on.
So I get that. I somehow get that feeling that you're a very private person. But
there'd be a lot of people who may be watching this interview and will think this guy's an idiot because this is today. This is life today. This is it. I mean, social media and all these things are so important and so prolific in people's lives that some people might think not to be on it or not to be part of that whole thing is ridiculous, especially being an actor, which I totally get. I totally get that.
Also, are you moody? I asked you a little earlier. Are you moody? Because earlier तो बहुत बोलते थे कि विक्शा को बहुत जल्दी गुस्सा आ जाता है, बहुत moody है.
Vicky, tell me which human being is not moody? We all have our moods. We all have mood swings. Nobody's the same throughout the day or throughout the week or throughout the month or throughout the year. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I'm asked this question all the time about being moody.
So you came to be known and suddenly that tag, he's very moody. Or maybe it just stuck with you.
Maybe it is. Of course I have my moods, you have your moods, everybody has their moods, but I'm not a, how do you say, you can't describe me as someone who has really, strong mood swings or anything like that. No. I mean, I don't have a chemical imbalance or anything like that.
I'm sure you don't. Marriage. Love, marriage. We don't hear about it, we don't come to know, is anybody in your life? Are you?
But that's the way
Are you commitment phobic? Do you believe in the institution of marriage?
I don't. Not that I don't believe in the institution of marriage. Marriage is not for me. That I know for sure. It's not something that makes sense to me because of the way I am. I don't think I could make that promise to anybody that I will live the rest of my life with you. That's a promise I can't make. I can't make that promise. Honestly, truthfully, I cannot make that. It's too big for me. That promise is too frightening and too big for me to ever make. I would, at least I think that in my life, I would be happy to live with a person for as long as the both of us are happy and continue to want to be in that relationship. But when or if a point comes where either one of the two people in that relationship feels that they're no longer happy or this relationship doesn't work anymore, they should be free to leave.
Are you okay
I don't
with
see
the other
I don't-
person leaving? If you don't want her to leave?
Well, that's part of life, no? I mean, whether you're married or you're not married, tomorrow your wife can leave you if she wants to. A husband can leave a wife can leave a husband. That happens all the time. It's called divorce. My issue with that is it's not only a promise that a man makes to a woman or a woman makes to a man. It becomes a legal thing, right? So if I want a divorce,
there's a big tangle.
I have to go to a court. I have to seek permission from the legal system to get a divorce. Doesn't make sense to me.
तो वो मैं अपने सर पे क्यों रखूँ? हाँ.
Yeah.
मतलब
And I just feel, why can't two people live together till such time that they're happy being together, and then...
So is Akshay living with somebody together at this
No,
moment?
I'm not.
Where he's
I'm
happy?
not. You know, even for me, I'll be very honest with you.
Yeah.
Even the thought of living with somebody day in, day out, as much as I love that person, it would be extremely difficult for me. I can't do it. I could not do it. I know myself. I'm just not... I wouldn't be happy in that kind of situation. I like to live alone. I like my own space. So even, I mean, living with somebody, and I know this for a fact, no matter how much I love that person, it would not be an option for me.
Then wouldn't you term those relationships as casual?
No,
If
not
you're
at all.
not,
No. See, I mean, even if, however you term a relationship, casual or serious or whatever, casual is not a bad word. Casual, if I want to have a casual relationship, I mean, what's wrong with a casual relationship? There's nothing wrong with it. It's not like being in a casual relationship is a sin. I mean, why? I mean, casual relationships, serious relationships, they can both be fun. They can both be enriching. I mean, you don't have to be married to a woman to have an enriching or...
they both can have a cheater also, even if it's marriage. I mean, you never know.
There are millions and millions of married people who cheat on each other. It's not like marriage is the ultimate...
I get it.
I mean, it's not...
I get your perspective.
Millions of married people cheat on each other. So, I'm only talking about myself. I'm not talking about anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not judging anybody else. In fact, because you're asking me about me, so I'm telling you
it's
how I
exactly-
feel.
You're
about,
speaking for yourself, yeah.
And knowing myself, and as you get older, you get to know yourself better. And, you know, why make mistakes and ruin other people's life when from the beginning you know the kind of person you are. But anyway, at the end of the day, I think you were talking about casual and, you know, just using terms casual, serious, marriage. I think, at least in my life, I think society in general should try, especially as you become older and more mature. I think the one focus in life one of the many focuses in life should be, you know, as we go on in life, to get less and less judgmental about how other people lead their lives. And at least in my personal life, I try. I'm not saying I'm great at it, but I try
Not
just
to
to
be.
become a little less judgmental about other people. I sometimes stop myself when I'm thinking about something and I'm being judgmental. And I can't do it all the time.
Yeah, and I think it helps if you stay alone. You know, if you're surrounded by people,
It's got nothing to do with being
you're
alone.
influenced by them. You
No, I'm just saying generally in life, you know, as time goes by, if I can just myself every day become a little less judgmental about people or about other things, it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. I think to be less and less judgmental about other people. So I try to do that. Sometimes I stop myself and I say no, you know. That's none of my business. So I mean, so what? It's, as long as you're not breaking the law and you're not hurting anybody else, you know, everybody should have the freedom, and we do, to lead our lives where we want to lead our lives.
You have read a lot about yourself, and there must be certain stories which you must have said, "अरे ये तो पता नहीं क्या है, सच है, झूठ है." There was a story which I remember in 2008, which said you're down with alcohol and you're going to rehab.
You wrote that story.
I did not. If I had written, I would have easily told you.
No, I never.
Like you have a moody image. I think I have an image of all stories getting associated with me somehow or the other. But
I've never read that story.
You had reacted to it in some one of your interviews, saying it was like absolute rubbish, and I remember.
Well, people can say anything about you.
Yeah.
The thing is, that is the way it is. I mean, today anybody can say anything about anybody else. But then, of course, nobody says a lot of things about me because I'm not in the whole. I'm not. I mean, for someone who is in the public eye all the time, people are saying things about them all the time. It becomes very difficult to keep
a tab on that.
Keep a tab on it, and then to clarify everything is very difficult. Like, I mean, say someone like a really major star, say like a Salman or Amir or any of these big, superstars. I mean, how many things can they monitor? I mean, people are talking about them on Twitter,
Constantly.
So many different platforms.
Forming opinions.
Yeah. Anything they say is so scrutinized.
And magnified.
I mean, how do you may have a great machinery working for you, but I mean, the volume is so much. How do you keep clarifying every small thing? Is impossible. So sometimes you just have to let it go, right?
So do you think to be a star today than to be a star in 2000 when you when you came with Himalaya Putra a little earlier than that was much easier that time, and in today's times of social media and people
But depends on what you mean.
Jumping to conclusions, forming opinions on stars.
No, I don't think it's become more difficult.
Blowing up things.
I think you just have to be more careful today. I think you just have to be, and not only actors, I think anybody in public life. Or anybody means actually anybody.
Yeah, because everybody wants to put his life on, on the Facebook.
No, and also, that's true. But also, it's the media which has grown so exponentially. They all need content, right? Whether it's a newspaper, magazine, a website, a TV channel, any part of media, any, electronic or whatever.
So you have to be careful.
They all need content, right? So they will take anything because they're running 24 hours. They have to keep producing content. And that's the nature of how it is today. There's nothing right or wrong about it. They need the content, they're going to take it. Tomorrow you may make some statement and it will be, on the news. It may be even a stupid small mistake which you said something, like I may say something in this interview and it might offend somebody. Okay, but I don't mean to have offended anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that can become a story. Do
you think that happened with Salman recently? The statement which he...
Honestly, I don't want to get into that because it's not something that... Actually, why not? I mean, why shouldn't I? I can say what I feel. I don't have to be afraid to get into that. My take is that it was a mistake. He may have made a mistake. He never intended to hurt the feelings.
I'm sure he never intended.
So I think it was
really.
Sometimes
we do say these things, when we are tired and we are
sometimes
we are screwed, we are this, we are that.
Whatever. You say something that you just said it and you never meant to offend anybody.
Absolutely.
Or your intentions were never improper. And it just gets, as a society, as I said, we should see that it was never intended.
Yeah.
Right? So it's important that
people want to jump, on every statement and take that opportunity, I think, for their 15 seconds of fame and lash out at somebody.
Yeah.
That's what has become. That's what social media has also become.
Yeah. So
that's what I feel.
I think that differentiation should be, kind of highlighted a little more than just going blah, 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 blah. And God, if I was in that situation, it's hard, It must be hard on him. And suddenly, the whole world is hurling abuses at something you just never intended to do. But that's the way things are today, right? So we just have to live with that.
Coming back to cinema, tell me, has it changed? Has it changed rapidly over the period where you were, doing a lot of films, and how much has it changed?
How in what way? In what way?
And how have you, I mean, I don't know, on the sets, have you seen some really different kind of
I don't
functioning?
know. I think there's so many aspects to the film industry or to the movie making business. One is the actual business side of it. One is the technological side of it. One is the actual creative process. There's the distribution side. So there are different sectors within the same industry as a whole. Certain sectors which are changing much slower. So I would say in terms of the whole corporatization of the industry, the way films are being made, funded, distributed, the whole business aspect side of it has become much more professional, much more organized, much more transparent. Technologically, in terms of the kind of equipment we use, all that, we've advanced hugely and fast. The creative side is the slowest. That's also changing, but it's changing at a much slower pace. So that's my opinion. I don't know. I'm not saying that the other aspects which have changed much more rapidly are less important than the creative. They're equally important. Like as an industry, we were so disorganized 15, 20, 25 years ago in terms of how films were funded, how they were made, how they were paid for, how they were released, all kinds of. Now it's so much more transparent, so much more organized, so much more professional. These are really very important parts of
which have developed.
Hugely. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. So how are we going to remember this particular role of yours?
See, it's difficult for me to say as an actor.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't preempt an audience. I mean, tomorrow they can think whatever they want. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. It's not much time.
Dishoom, is it going to be a menacing villain we'll remember, or what is it like?
It's fun. It's entertaining. It's
क्योंकि promos से तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है. As I said, the background music is excellent, and
yeah, from whatever feedback that I've got from the promo, I think people have liked it. And I've always maintained that the most important thing for any film is its first promo, right? Because that's where and when people decide either I want to watch this film or I don't want to watch this film. So that is the most important thing, your first promo. And I think the promo Dishoom has more or less, I think, done its job.
Done the trick.
Yeah.
So how was it? I mean, did you know Sajid before? Did you know Rohit?
This is my first film with Sajid. My first film with Rohit. This is Rohit's second film. Yeah.
No, I mean socially or.
No, I never knew Rohit. Sajid I met a couple of times, but I've never worked with him, and I've never really interacted with him. So yeah, first time I'm working on both of them. But it's been a great experience. Sajid, as everybody knows, is today is one of, if not the, but one of the most successful independent producers that we have in Bombay, and he's highly experienced, highly professional, and just generally a very good producer. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to make the kind of films and the number of films that he is making.
Yeah,
you almost don't know he's there.
Doesn't come on the set.
I think he's streamlined his house so beautifully that everything's working on automation. Not automation, but I mean the streamlining is. I mean you can see it from the outside.
It's a startup model, like
It's so well oiled and it's so professionally organized that it's just working beautifully. Of course he must be putting a hell of a lot of work into that for it to happen.
Sure.
But it's an amazing achievement what he's been able to do in this especially the last 8-10 years, I would say.
Had you seen Desi Boys, Rohit's first?
I had, but long ago, before I met Rohit also. But this is a totally different film. This is a totally different genre. It's a thriller, action thriller, fun, young. I mean, it's.
इसके बाद क्या होगा? इसके बाद you're going to throw yourselves, and I hope.
Well, I'm doing
a lot more.
I'm doing another film, being produced by Boni Kapoor and Sunil Manchanda. It has Sridevi and Nawazuddin
Yeah.
and myself. It's again, it's and we can talk about it when we're closer to the release. But it's a really, really, really good script.
You started shooting for that.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay.
I'm almost done. So I'm really, really, really excited about that as well. And that should also release sometime this year.
Oh,
Closer
wow.
towards the end of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So इसके बाद क्या हो रहा है? How are you now going to? You're going up to producers or you're just going to wait and?
No, I've done 2 films now.
Huh.
And
Because everybody wants to see you more. I can speak for others here. And
very nice of you to say that. But yeah, I'm boss. Honestly, you know, not working is you know, it's like taking a fish out of water. You know how that fish goes all mad, struggling for breath, and then you put that fish back in the water.
So how excited she is.
Yeah,
So you're that excited fish right now.
I'm that excited fish right now.
It's great. It has been really great talking to you. And
Thank you,
thank you
Vicky.
so much, Akshay.
Thank
for
you.
this.
Thank you.
Boy.